So 2016 was when you guys started here. Is that about right? Was that when you guys came here? So you've been doing the tap room since then, and then just working on developing your distribution in the area, doing the tap room projects, and then kind of all the different projects and stuff you guys talked about in the tour back there as well.
Yeah. We've always liked to highlight, other businesses, other makers. We do a lot of collabs with other breweries. We've done it with wineries. We've done some stuff with distilleries and getting some of their local barrels. And if there's someone like, vanilla, we've got a really great local vanilla company that imports vanilla straight from Madagascar.
Really?
And so we could buy vanilla from anywhere, but it's really fun to use ingredients like that and work with people who that's what they specialize, that's what they care about.
Yeah.
It makes it that much more, interesting and fun.
That is cool. And, being a brewery, you guys are so kind of a craft project yourself, being able to work with other craft people who are working in their own crafts and doing those collaborations.
Another thing that's really important about our brand and us personally is our involvement in the community.
Right.
And we have many beers that we do and have done that are tied directly to certain charities.
Right.
And we've hosted countless charity events here at the brewery. We've raised an enormous amount of funds through our work with different charities in the area. Chris has spearheaded a lot of those.
Yeah, it's mostly been a matter of, we recognize it that much more with the pandemic, that if we're going to be supported by the community, we should do our best, to reach out and do what we can. And we are still a small business, so we're not always able to just write checks here and there, but if we can work with another organization and get the community involved to buy beer, and that allows us to make those contributions.
That's awesome. That's what community is, right? You're there, you're present, you're doing
we
what
do.
you can.
We do a lot of family-oriented events. We're not just like a 21 and older business. We've, in the last November, had a petting zoo, which we had done once before, and we do a lot of stuff with kids and definitely a lot of stuff with animals like dogs. From the Frozen character.
That's awesome.
And
That's really cool.
lots of events here. We're all about bringing community together and bringing families together. And at the end of the day, we always hope that people that are over 21 will buy a beer. That's always good. But we also, in the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, host Rock Island Coffee. That's, of course, named after the trail.
Okay. So now, are you guys the one actually doing the coffee, or are you bringing somebody in?
So it's a collaboration
It is?
with one of our investors and our partner.
Oh, cool.
And it's just, we'd had coffee here in the past, and with the trail getting open, we knew it'd be a good opportunity to bring it back.
Yeah.
And it's just, we get to work, 7, 8 in the morning. There's already people on a nice day parked on the bike, so we try and be a good resource here because we want people traveling on the trail to say, this is a nice area, this is a great stop.
Yeah.
So between letting people use our Wi-Fi, our restrooms, if it's hot or cold, letting them come in and relax, or we added the shaded seating out front as well. We just, want there to be good things said about this area of town and this part of the trail.
Well, and it is, because I mentioned I have several groups that I kind of work with on Facebook, and Crane Breweries comes up a lot. You guys are topics of conversation frequently. And so when you guys bought this place, or when you guys came here in 2016, did you know that the trail was going in over there, or is that kind of how did that work?
I've actually been in the building since '94.
Have you really?
Had other business in the building before.
Okay.
And I do remember going way back many years, actually decades, that there were rumors about starting a train again. There were rumors about all kinds of things. But I think it was in 2016 that the Jackson County purchased the railroad and the property from, I think it was Union Pacific at the time that had bought it from Rock Island, I believe. Don't know the details on that.
I've been on the board, was on the board for a couple of years for Raytown Main Street Association, and a few of those members really get a lot of the credit for kind of spearheading, bringing the trail. Steve Gunther would be a great person to talk to if you haven't yet. Steve Gunther. And so we probably knew, it was probably 2014, 2015, somebody had mentioned that they're working on a trail coming, but if it happened, it would be 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And so while it seems like it's taken time, it's come together relatively quick.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's just total Look, when we had this building, it was obviously because Michael had the space and had a space to be able to put a brewery in. Starting with distribution, it didn't really matter where in town. We just needed a place that trucks could pick up. So like having a public facility like this was kind of a second thought. But the trail has kind of changed all that. It's kind of even changed how we brew beers and the quantities that we do, because we've got access to so many more people who enjoy beer but may not be into craft. Maybe some of the styles we do are they're not quite there yet. So it's fun to get a lot of people who come in and are like, I drink, Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, something like that. And so luckily we've got a lager, we've got Thundergong, which is kind of a clean American wit. We've got stuff that we can kind of gateway them into, and then they start trying other things. So it's nice having that experience to get new beer drinkers into craft beer.